You don't need to be fearless to take your next step. It's actually part of the process and guiding you towards your highest potential. In this video, we want to discuss how it is possible that fear is actually part of the process and how imperfect action despite fear is key to your growth and development and success. So I always thought that I had to be completely fearless and perfect and have everything figured out before I started doing the things that I'm excited and passionate about. But this is actually not the case at all. It's just that perfectionism, our mind is telling us that we need to be this certain way to be able to these certain things. For example, with creating YouTube videos, I always thought like, oh my God, I need to read 100 more books and I need to be perfect, blah, blah, blah. But this actually counterintuitively doesn't really work because this will take a long time and it will never be accomplished. And even if we accomplish our subjective standards and preparations, we'll never be fully prepared. Like, you will lose a lot of time and practice that you could have otherwise had. And the thing is, the journey itself is actually what makes this process of life fun. You have lots of valuable lessons, lots of joy in just the process. Perfectionism, the mind tells us so many conditions to be happy, but we can choose to be happy unconditionally with whatever is happening and even with our work. So when we take off the pressure of ourselves and say, okay, I can just take the first tiny step and commit to imperfect, consistent, and committed action. Write this down. Imperfect, consistent, committed action. This principle will really help you, and it's helping me tons to overcome perfectionism and just take action despite the fear and see it as a valuable tool guiding you towards your highest potential. And what this does is it doesn't give you a plan B. You say, okay, this is my passion. I'm passionate about this. I'm just going to commit to taking consistent action, but imperfectly, with joy, with self-love and acceptance, because this is the way. Each journey, each step of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, right? As the Lao Tzu saying goes. And the fear, the cave we fear to enter, is actually guiding us towards our success. How's that for a powerful reframe, right? Now, I've had this in so many situations in my life. I remember I was an avid climber. I was going to like bouldering gyms and stuff. And even in climbing, right, there's certain routes that you're scared of taking and you say, oh, this is too high, how am I able to do this? But you surprise yourself by simply practicing and slowly just taking little steps towards it. Sometimes there's a route that is so difficult that you actually call it a project in climbing. You call it a project because you actively have to train towards it. And so you look at it, you prepare a little bit by seeing what you can do. You don't want to go in completely cold and you maybe stretch in a certain way, you do certain physical exercises, but in the end, you just have to do it. You just have to overcome your fear of heights or whatever it is and just send the project. And in climbing, you always surprise ourselves with how much more we are able to do, how much more routes we are able to top and ascend. And so what is that for you? A creative project, anything new outside of your comfort zone? Just remember that fear is part of the process and that perfectionism is just an ego trap. As children, we hear certain things about how we're not good in this way, how we're not good enough to be lovable, blah, blah, blah. And our mind hears these things, often even in a distorted way, because we are so innocent back then, that we think that all the judgments from the outside it really is our fault that we were labeled unworthy, but really it's not. It's just a projection from their own pain on something else. And we absorb that, and now we think we are unworthy and stupid, and our creativity is just a joke. but we all have a divine talent inside ourselves that is guiding us towards a more aligned life, not by accident. So trust that being authentic is very valuable. Share yourself vulnerably and trust that that is more valuable than perfection, because people won't be able to even relate to you if you're just totally perfect, right? So it's actually counterintuitively a strength, your vulnerability, your authentic sharing of your process, which I'm learning to do, just to be more like a friend here on YouTube, not a teacher, a role of a teacher, right? And just basically trust your intuition. Trust the why and let go of the how. Just have a vision. Create a deeper context for the actions that you want to take, that you're scared of. Whatever is the next step will automatically happen and will reveal itself if you feel stuck, if you have a vision, if you know your core values, your strengths, your personality type, your stage of your value system, basically, by studying developmental psychology, spiral dynamics, ego development theory. All these things will help you enormously in this journey. So yeah, clarity will come through action. And in conclusion, just know that fear is okay. Take the next step today despite the fear. Because courage is not being fearless, basically, but feeling the fear, doing it anyways, and taking action step by step. So that's it for this video. Much love, peace, namaste, take care.